Hey guys, Jedi Fuka here, and coming at you with a quick video here. This one, I'm gonna show you guys the end of my pulls. I lost most of my footage from videos that I was trying to do for my pulls, unfortunately, but I do have some of that. So I want to show you guys the pulls that I got, or at least the end of that. And then at the end, we'll talk about the champions we got on there. That way you guys can see what I've got rocking and rolling for this season. And then real quick, just a few things I want to get into. First of all, I want to promote, there's the content creator events. You guys go jump in the Discord. I'll leave a link in my video description. Make sure you get in there. There's a section where you can all apply for content creator status. It does, take a little bit, but there's some perks that get there. And if you start making a little bit of content, there's some events and stuff in there that you can participate in. And even if you don't want to do like full-time content creation or even YouTube videos, there's stuff for like writing articles, and then they'll do like little events that you could participate in, even if you just want to like just mess around with it and try to go do some of that stuff. So make sure you guys go check that out. Wanted to throw that out there. And then basically we're gonna just get into these pulls, show them off, and then at the end we'll show off those characters and go from there. Y'all have a good one. Oh, let's see the gold. All right, there we go. I heard that music pop up. Super early for that one. That is good. That's what we want to see. Torrent. Okay, man, I really needed this guy last season. Definitely good with getting him. We get this debuff immunity, invisibility, and I believe there's a heal. Yep, so we get a heal on there. I was really lacking heals for Necro, and he's like legendary, one of the only ways to get heals in Necro, so that's a really good pull. I'm good with that. It's gonna be good help for our Necro teams. Alright, let's actually go and see. We're at 55. Alright, new epic. He's from last season, we just didn't have him. Alright. We're getting close to our 80. If this is 80, hopefully we get gold on here. We're definitely going to be pulling until we hit that gold. Because Mercy, for those of you who haven't played, your Mercy does not carry over to other banners. So even though we hit the 80, we need to pull until we hit gold, or we lose our Mercy count. And there we go. We got that gold. Alright, let's see. Hoping for an SS tier champ or a new one. Oh, and okay, taller. I'm not too excited about this one. It's not one I really cared to get. Decent in some PvP uses. I'll have to play around with them, see how it works out. So there we go. Not too great on summons so far, but I'm not going to complain. That's a good amount of legendaries. Now we get our free one. Let's see what we get here. Alright. Bion Frey. I don't even know how to say his name right. Bion Frey, yeah. So he's got a really good stun on there. He's an amazing tank for lightning, which actually might end up helping me a lot because we have really good lightning team. We're gonna save those 19. We'll go and show these off here in a little bit, but so for dice, guys, make sure when you do your pulls, if you don't hit Mercy on that 80, keep going until you get your gold, because if you don't get your gold, it's not going to carry over if you decide to switch over to one of these banners. And the way I like to do my dice pulls is I like to make sure that I have at least 35 or at least close to it, because if you don't have your 35, which we can get another 6 there, probably go ahead and do that for now. Help us up to 25, but if we don't hit gold, and say you're pulling on this banner and then you switch banners, your mercy does not go with you, so you will lose out on that mercy, and you don't want to do that. So definitely any banner you pull on, go until you get your mercy and make sure you get those. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. We got, let's see, out of all those dice, 1 2 3 4 5 legendary, so that's not bad. We got 80, the 80 pull plus a little extra to get the extra, and then the 2 guaranteed. We got, actually got 6 legendaries because we got a dupe of Jorn here. Alright guys, so we're back. So I'm going to show all the champions that I got during my pulls, talk a little bit about them, and then one that you don't see on there, which I'll show him here in a second, but this is Jorn. I pulled 2 copies of Jorn. So I'll show you guys my artifacts real quick, just so you see. It's actually really hard to get legendary artifacts. So far we are only at 3, so you'll see I have nothing in here as far as those go. We jump over to our characters here. I have 3 legendary artifacts. So last season I managed to pull an extra dauntless, and I grabbed this, and I regret not getting the Witch's Remains first. So this season I went ahead and got that with that extra copy of Jorn that you saw there. And then I was able to get the lucky playing cards from the arena. I believe this is still in there. So guys, I highly recommend that you push arena and get this if you haven't already. This is insane. It gives you an automatic crit hit on the first one when you get this fully leveled up, 2 automatic crits on your ultimate. And for arena and wave content, this thing just absolutely wrecks the opponents. So highly recommend going for that. I'm not getting back, oops, didn't mean to go that far out. Getting back into the champions here. So we got Jorn. I haven't used him yet, of course, because I just barely got him. I still need to play around with some of these new champions. Guys, if you have any suggestions for how to use him, please let me know. I got a few ideas for how we're going to play around with him. I'm going to try to plug him in with my wild team and see if it helps. We get this attack penalty 2 on here. When you level it up, it goes up to attack penalty 2. Looks like he's getting a little bit of damage off of that, so that's going to help. Being on A2, you can't control it, but you still keep that attack penalty 2 up quite a bit. And then on here, this is an attack times max HP. I'm not sure how hard this hits, but I'm thinking it's going to hit pretty good because it's got that max HP added in there. And then also it has a chance to reduce the ultimate energy and dispelling buffs. So this is going to be really insane, especially for like Grave of Curse. So I'm probably going to level him up and drop him in my Grave of Curse team, unless the mechanics changed a lot. I haven't played the Grave of Curse much yet, so I'm not sure if the mechanics are going to be the same as last season. But if you guys have any other suggestions for him, let me know. Now the champion that you definitely don't see on the pull videos, this guy Zorok. I pulled him after I finished using up all of my dice. And then I used the extra that I was getting through the story and what I had left over. I went back in and pulled on the new banner. And it took me 31 dice, but I got him at 31 dice. Didn't almost hit Mercy to get him. I played around a little bit with him. So this guy seems like he's going to be there to enable the Ice Blast team. So I paired him with a couple epics and Vortex. And I managed to hit my 2 mil on yesterday's run. Without books. With this guy, he didn't do much damage, but he was helping my epics do tons of damage. So he has this passive here. When they consume an ice crystal, it fires damage at the boss for 50% derivative damage. So it doesn't need to be off of crit. You use enlightenment and get that up. His A2 here is based off attack and enlightenment, so he's definitely going to be an enlightenment champion instead of a crit champion. Consuming ice crystals, and for every stack of ice crystals consumed, he launches an additional icicle. So this could probably stack up and do some pretty decent damage. The A3 here is where I think he really starts to shine, as he gets that 20% damage up to all the Ice Blast allies, with the chance of giving them their stack, and also they all gain his passive skill. So that's pretty cool. So then they all get the passive skill to when they cast a spell that consumes their ice crystals, they fire these extra ice crystals. So that's probably where he's going to bounce up a lot. And once you get him leveled up, he does that 40% damage up instead of 20%. So I'm excited to try this guy out. Have a few ideas for him. I am kind of hoping to pull a Ice Blast legendary to go from there. The next guy I pulled, Tauren. I was super excited about this guy. So Last season, my Necro team was terrible. It was Necro Ice. They were my hardest hitting team with the ice, but I had no heals at all, so they had no survivability. I was having a hard time pushing content. If I would have had this guy, I would have definitely cleared the Pillar of Trials. Now for this season, it's Necro Fire, which is also lacking in healing. So this guy is going to be insane for me during the season. Mostly this A2, he's got this target max HP heal times enlightenment. But then on here we get this granting invincibility, and then also heal on top of that. So I mean he's going to be really good. Really excited to try this guy out. Now this was my first new hero that I got. You don't see her in the video because I did it during my first 20 pull. I'm super excited for this one as well. I kind of wish I would have got a different one just because I'm already really stacked in Radiant for my heals, and this champion is another Radiant healer. But the thing I'm excited for is we get this attack penalty 2 on there, along with doing damage and getting heals. So, and then we got a recharge speed penalty right here on the A2, which just being on the battle skill, it's going to be really, really effective in boss fights. So super excited to try this champion out as well. I did get Bion Frey here. For you guys who have him, please give me some suggestions for teams. I'm excited to try him. I think he's going to be good in wave content with the stun here. Especially as a tank on waves, just adding up a little bit of accuracy on him. And then we got another stun right here. So I mean, stun on 2 skills and then gain the control immunity. I definitely think he's going to be good. But for you guys who've already used them, please let me know. And then same thing for Talwar here. This is another one that I wasn't super excited for. I've looked at the kit before. I'm not really too sure where to use Talwar at. The poison heroes I think in this game just need to be revamped a little bit. I had this guy last season, Durango. I didn't really find any good uses for him. My poison epics haven't really been able to find good uses for them. So not too sure where this is going to fit in. So you guys, if you have some suggestions, let me know. The only thing I could think is an arena, but my arena team is already kind of set, and I don't want to break my affinity that I'm using. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use this champion in arena. I do know the attack penalty 2 and accuracy penalty on here is going to be pretty good in some boss fights, but I'm just not 100% sure where to be using them. So anyways, guys, that's the champions I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am sorry that I broke up my summoning video and we missed a lot of it, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, y'all have a good one.